Haddonfield was supposed to be quiet. It always was, at least on the surface. White fences, empty sidewalks, porch lights glowing like tired eyes that refused to close. But beneath the calm, something old and evil breathed with the town. Tonight, it wasn't alone. The wind carried the smell of rusted metal and wet leaves as a lone figure walked down Lambkin Lane. His boots scraped softly against the asphalt, his shoulders broad beneath a torn leather jacket. Logan stopped suddenly. He sniffed the air. Blood. Not fresh, but not old either. It clung to the town like a memory that refused to die. "Yeah," Logan muttered, cigar glowing faintly between his fingers. "This place is sick." He had followed the trail for miles, bodies left in careful silence. No rage, no thrill, just absence. Whoever, or whatever, was responsible didn't kill for pleasure. It killed because that's what it did. Somewhere behind a house, a porch light flickered, then went out. Logan's muscles tensed. That's when he felt it. Eyes on him. Not fear, not hatred, recognition. Across the street, standing half hidden in the shadow of a maple tree, was a tall man in mechanic's coveralls. A pale, expressionless mask stared back at him, empty black eye holes swallowing the light around them. Michael Myers had found him. They stood still for a long moment, like predators measuring each other in the dark. Leaves rolled between them, scraping softly along the pavement. Logan's lips curled into a grin that showed just a hint of teeth. "Ugly costume," he said. "You here for autographs? Or you just like staring?" Michael didn't move, didn't breathe. Then, slowly, deliberately, he tilted his head. Logan felt it then, that cold, crawling sensation up his spine. This wasn't a man. He'd fought monsters before, vampires, demons, things that wore human skin. But this was different. This thing was empty. Michael took one step forward. Logan sighed. "All right, guess we're doing this." With a metallic snick, 3 adamantium claws slid from Logan's knuckles, catching the moonlight like silver lightning. Michael responded by lifting the kitchen knife at his side, not shaking, not hesitating. They charged. The impact was brutal. Logan slammed into Michael with bone-crushing force, sending them both through a wooden fence in a storm of splinters. They rolled across the lawn, tearing up dirt and grass, until Logan pinned him down and slashed. Claws tore through coveralls, through flesh, deep, lethal strikes. Any other man would have screamed. Michael didn't. Instead, his knife plunged upward, straight into Logan's ribs. Logan roared in pain, blood spilling from his mouth as he staggered back. The wound was already knitting itself together, but Michael didn't give him time. He rose, slow, unstoppable, and drove Logan backward into the side of a house. Again and again, Michael moved like gravity, inevitable. Logan swung wildly, slicing Michael's shoulder clean open, exposing bone. The killer didn't even flinch. He grabbed Logan by the throat and slammed him through a window, glass exploding inward as they crashed into a dark living room. They hit the floor hard. Michael stood first. The knife rose, then stopped. Logan's claws punched straight through Michael's abdomen, lifting him off the ground. Logan forced himself up, breathing hard, eyes burning with fury. "Stay down." He hurled Michael across the room. The killer smashed into the wall, collapsing in a heap. Silence. Logan leaned against the couch, chest rising and falling. His wounds closed slowly, too slowly. Something wasn't right. From the corner of the room came the sound of boots scraping. Michael stood again. His body was broken, twisted, but he stood. Logan stared, disbelief flickering across his face. "What the hell are you?" Michael didn't answer. He lunged. The fight spilled back into the streets, under the full moon now. Porch lights snapped on as shadows danced across the houses. Logan stabbed, slashed, tore, each blow fatal, each one meaningless. Michael just kept coming. Finally, near the edge of town, Logan drove both claws straight through Michael's chest and pinned him against a wrought iron fence. They were face to face now. Up close, Logan saw it. There was nothing behind the mask. No soul. No fear. Just a hollow, endless void. Michael raised his hand one last time, fingers curling around Logan's wrist with inhuman strength. For the first time in years, Logan felt tired. With a growl, he twisted, tearing his claws sideways and ripping Michael apart in a shower of metal and flesh. The body collapsed at his feet, unmoving. Logan stepped back, breathing heavily. Minutes passed. Michael didn't move. Logan turned away. Should have stayed dead. Behind him, a hand twitched. Logan froze. Slowly, he looked back. Michael Myers was already pushing himself up. The moonlight caught the mask. Unchanged, unbroken, watching. Logan's jaw tightened. He raised his claws once more. Guess eternity's gonna be a long night for both of us. The wind howled through Haddonfield as the two figures advanced on each other again, an unstoppable force meeting an unkillable evil. And somewhere in the darkness, the town held its breath. The fight carried them beyond the edge of Haddonfield, into the abandoned industrial yards where rusted machines stood like dead giants under the moon. No houses, no witnesses, just inevitability. Logan was slowing. He could feel it now. Every wound healed, yes, but each one took something with it. Pain stacked on pain. Bone remembered being broken. Flesh remembered being torn. Immortality didn't mean invincibility. Michael sensed it. He always did. With a sudden burst of strength, Michael drove Logan into a steel press, the ancient machine shrieking as it powered on. Long forgotten, but not dead. Hydraulic pistons groaned awake, gears whining like tortured animals. Logan barely had time to react. Michael pinned him there, pressing the knife deep into Logan's shoulder to hold him in place. The machine descended inch by inch. Logan looked up at the mask. Still empty, still watching. "You don't stop," Logan rasped. "Do you?" Michael tilted his head. That was answer enough. With a roar pulled from somewhere deeper than rage, Logan drove his claws straight into the machine's control housing, ripping wires free in a storm of sparks. Electricity surged through both of them. Michael staggered for the first time. Just one step, but it was enough. Logan lunged. He wrapped his arms around Michael and threw them both beneath the descending press. Steel met steel. The impact was catastrophic. The press came down with a thunderous finality, crushing everything beneath it in an explosion of sparks, metal screaming as it warped inward. The ground trembled. The machine locked in place, smoke pouring from its ruined heart. Silence followed. Minutes passed, then more. The press lifted automatically as the system failed, hydraulics bleeding out with a long, dying hiss. What remained beneath it was barely recognizable. Logan lay twisted but breathing, bones already knitting, skin crawling back into place. He forced himself upright, leaning heavily against the machine. Michael Myers did not rise. What was left of him was shattered, mask cracked, body crushed beyond motion. The knife lay bent nearby, useless. Logan stared at him for a long time, waiting. The wind blew through the yard, carrying dust and ash. Nothing moved. Finally, Logan turned away. Dawn crept over the horizon, pale and uncertain, washing the world in gray. By the time anyone arrived, the yard was empty. The machine stood silent, and Michael Myers was gone. Somewhere far from Haddonfield, Logan stood on a ridge overlooking a waking town. He lit a cigar with shaking hands. He didn't smile. He didn't feel victorious. Some evils weren't meant to be killed, only delayed. Logan exhaled smoke into the morning air. "Stay buried," he muttered. The wind carried his words away, and deep beneath twisted steel and forgotten earth, something waited. Not dead, not alive, just patient, because evil doesn't end. It only sleeps.